really pleased with that because we shot so far below expected. I mean, we were 36% from the field, and I think in the past we've had games like that where we kind of let that dictate our defensive effort, and if anything, it was the opposite. We flipped the switch where we stepped the defense up despite all of that, and just not making shots on offense despite great shot quality. I think the one stat to me that popped out was 47 rebounds compared to their 31. So that was got to be one of our best defensive rebounding efforts of the year. We really challenged the group about 9 games ago to improve it, and it's tough. You know, rebounding is a personnel thing, but I just can't fault the effort of the group because the compete level, the effort to come up with those extra possessions was huge, and that was why we won the game tonight. So yeah, some really good performances in the clutch, but I thought some really, really good individual rebounding performances. Frida had 7, M had 8, Megan had 9, BC had 7, and that's the type of effort we need to win more games moving forwards.
Bridget kind of struggling shooting early, but a couple of big shots that you made late in the.
Yeah, definitely. The one for me that stood out was the ISO on Pham with the finish where she adapted in the air. I think finishing is the thing we've spent the most time on in practice because I think it's I want to increase our volume of gold medal attempts, which are what we call shots in the smile and the restricted area. But I feel like there's such low-hanging fruit there for us to just become a better team by becoming more skillful with our finishing. And I said to BC right now, I've watched several hundreds of her possessions and heading into the season, and I think that was the nicest finish I've seen her take. And that to me is player development right there in terms of her making a great move to ISO and create the advantage, and then to pull that finish off. I think that's, it's things like those are key milestones for me, which I think are so important because we're seeing the players getting better, and we just got to keep going. Really, really pleased with that.
What do you see from Holly tonight? She hasn't really played live these kind of.
Yeah, I mean.
I guess non-quality time.
Yeah, yeah. Well remembered. You all remembered, Sean. So I think I actually shouted Holly out in the locker room because that's the presence for, we call them our get better group. And that's what it is. It's a lot of workouts. We're pushing them hard because I really believe in pushing our young players. They're working out, practicing a lot, and that's why. And Holly came in and gave us really, really good minutes tonight. I wanted to try and find a way to get her more, just couldn't figure out a way to do it. But it was great to see how well she played as our secondary handler with that unit. Yeah, so really it's all about the defense, and that's why taking a look at Sarah right now, we really still believe in Louis, and we're looking at lineups the whole time, and I think there are certain games which will be better for her. It's just we've got to get more stops, and it's the defense with our rebounding and our rim protection that we felt we needed more of with that second unit.
And Sarah, she's had some pretty good minutes lately for a bunch of these different games too.
Yeah, she has. I think we're seeing it in terms of just there was 2 games back. She had 7 rebounds in like 12 minutes, and that's the rebounding issue has been so important for us and for our success as a team. So that's why we're getting a look at Sarah.